Woohoo! Welcome to the hot seat. I'm Janelle.
I'm Cory.
I'm Tyler.
And today we are featuring Krista Carpenter with Lotus Counseling. We're going to see what we can do to help her light up her business.
I thought we were lighting people's pants on fire.
We're going to light Krista's pants on fire.
And even more.
But not literally.
Just figuratively. So here we go. First thing we always do, as you know, is we like to go search. Now, Krista is a licensed counselor in Grand Junction, Colorado. So I want to see if I can find her. Let's say, for this case, because she actually does clients from all over the world. She does Skype, FaceTime. She's actually got a really cool practice going on.
Let's search on Google.
Yeah, let's search on Google. Are we going to be in Duck Duck Goose? Google.
Yes, of course
so
we are.
we're going to have to go to Google so that we're
my
not
computer.
in the paranoid hot seat. We're going to now search. I'm going to pretend I live in Grand Junction, Colorado, and I'm looking for a therapist because I got issues. Don't we all?
Yeah.
We all do.
Okay, so, issues.
No shame in that.
Issues. Oh, wait, that's not how you search. I need a
Why don't you
therapist.
Google your issues for us? All right.
Let's Google some of your issues.
I have dating problems. Let's see. What would be my problems? Now I feel. Let's just look for a therapist.
Do we want to start?
We might be here all day. This is a quick hot seat.
This is a quick one.
Yep. So therapist in Grand Junction. I'm gonna see. Ooh, score. Look at here now.
Okay,
She's got
okay.
some reviews. This
So,
girl-
you know, she's fifth on there, but check out those stars. What do those stars do? Right?
And they're orange.
Bam.
Man, great job, Krista. I'm super proud of you. You've got 7 Google reviews. I bet, look, I highly recommend. Oh, look, I have tried different therapists in the past, and Krista is the perfect fit.
That face looks
really,
familiar.
really great review by an anonymous reviewer.
Awesome. I'll tell you what, when we first met Krista, she did not have her Google reviews, and I told her that's the first thing she could do to really make it pop, and look, it's working for her. Awesome.
Mhm.
So you can totally see that it's working. Now let's see, where does her website rank? She's in the 7-pack. That's stellar.
That's good.
Ooh.
So she's number
Okay,
3.
here's the question I have.
Okay.
Scroll up.
Okay.
What's Grand Junction massage therapy doing on the map?
Oh, look at that.
Maybe they do. That's therapeutic.
'Cause
So
it's
maybe we should
therapist.
try counseling
Oh,
and just
okay.
see what happens.
Tyler, you're brilliant.
I like it.
Only on Thursday.
I did tell you that my weekly massage is very
I bet.
therapeutic.
I'm sure it
Jealous.
is.
Hey, here she goes.
Nice.
Counseling in Grand Junction.
And
Moves her
she's
up
third on the list.
7-pack.
Hmm. We got a ranking for 2
And
of
she's
the
number 1
keywords
on the organic.
down here. Yep.
What's with GI?
Where's GI? Or JG, you mean?
Is that what it is?
Yeah, because it stands
My
for
glasses are
Grand
foggy.
Junction.
Okay,
Lotus Counseling
gotcha.
Grand Junction. So I'm assuming she maybe couldn't get
She
the
couldn't get that.
really domain.
That makes sense now.
The
GI, I was like,
website.
what's GI?
Here we are.
Okay.
So we can see.
Like a lotus flower that grows from darkness and mud, we can rise from our suffering and bloom above the
Ooh,
surface.
that's nice. Like the imagery.
I do.
really
I would
do.
also like to see the text on top of the image instead of separate.
For sure.
Yeah. That would be even more epic. Do you know? Let's
Then I'd like
see.
a little text stylizing
Mm-hmm.
for the rest of the page too.
I'm not a big
But-
fan of the.
The huge logo on
Yeah.
the top.
No.
Yeah, I would like to see some different. I like these colors real.
Here, watch. We could resize the screen. Let's
Okay.
take a look and
See if
see.
it's mobile.
Here's what it looks like on a
On a regular
laptop.
desktop.
This is about laptop size.
Laptop,
Okay.
So your logo takes up a third
Mm-hmm.
of the available screen, and then your tagline. That's a
We would want
tremendous
something-
waste. Here's even a
above
little bit
the fold.
smaller.
Yeah.
It's just like it takes a lot of space there. That's our vertical space.
Is
Oh,
that
we got a
mobile?
problem.
This is not mobile responsive.
This is
It's
not-
not responding to the resize, is it?
Dang. So that's what you can guess it's going to look like on a mobile phone. See
Right.
It's
Tyler
gonna-
right there.
Or it's going to shrink down to teeny tiny,
And we're going to be pinching and
which
squeezing.
stinks.
The world's getting more and more mobile. It's important to.
Yeah, and access it on
Look
your mobile
good
phones. On your
mobily.
mobile phone. Right. And that's why I ride a scooter. I look good mobily.
Mhm.
Is that why?
That's right.
I'm
Mobile.
just like scooter.
Let's find out why Lotus. I do like scooters.
Mobily.
What makes
Whoa.
Lotus Counseling different?
That was a fancy slide in.
That was kind of
So they
cool.
have some fanciization
Yeah.
going on.
Fancification.
I don't know about you guys.
2013.
It's really wordy.
Yeah, definitely. We need pictures. Who is the counselor? I've never met. What's Krista Carpenter? So I guess there's a lot of counselors here. I want to meet my. How do you get to know, like, and trust her here? I mean, we can read about what makes them different. It's unique from other counseling centers,
especially in such an intimate industry, right? Where you're going to be kind of bearing your soul to someone. It would be really important to get to know that person. There she is.
Go back.
Oh, she looks super nice.
Super nice. This one.
Wouldn't you, like this headline, what makes Lotus Counseling different? Wouldn't you love to see, like, a bulleted list?
Points.
Or
Bam,
the
bam,
points?
bam. Or at least, like,
with
bolded.
The paragraph?
Yes, yeah.
So I would think as our content man, you'd be like, can't we have a title?
I'd go, this is going to be easier to digest. These are the main points I want to get across.
Yeah.
Yep.
True.
Some faster and easier to read.
Yeah.
Right off the bat, I know there's going to be compassion. I know there's going to be spirituality. I know there's going to be emphasis on the physical or whatever.
Without having to dig through the paragraphs of
yeah.
And I'll just do some little proofreading.
Right, I see. Necessary. Yep.
Yeah. But that's only for us anal spelling bee winners.
You mean you're a spelling bee winner?
I don't like to tell everybody about it.
Really?
She reads them now.
It was in college too, right?
I have 2 children.
You want a college spelling
Yes,
bee? Do they have college spelling
Yeah,
bees?
nobody else was spelling in college except for me.
Autocorrect, come on.
Everybody else was having
Quite.
parties. I was spelling. That's why I'm single. Okay. So, hey, here's Krista. Yeah, she's super cute. Like, I would
her
give
already.
her a call. Yeah, she
Absolutely.
looks nice, caring.
I would love to see another paragraph though that's about her personally.
I know. What is it
Split this
about?
up a little bit and
Like, therapists,
bullet points.
they don't like want you to know about their personal life.
They want
or something.
they're just credentials, right? And
Like, well, do you even like the things I like? Well, I guess they don't have to. I don't know, but
I would like to see that split up.
like, does she longboard? Do you want to know?
I want to know if she longboards.
Skateboards?
But I like the other page. I would like to see like accreditation or whatever.
Different, not just paragraphs.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah. Okay, super cute, and look, the jacket matches the.
that's nice. I like that.
Appointments.
Teal, isn't that the color?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We can make flexible hours video counseling service and affordable therapy sessions.
That would make a great homepage slide.
Yeah.
Video counseling.
Cool.
Counseling at a distance.
Kind of a differentiation.
Yeah, that we
factor
could
that
see.
she probably has
and
that
her
others might not.
specialties.
Yeah.
To see it quickly, like in pictures, like, okay, what do you deal with? What are your areas of expertise? I know it was in that big text
Could have
block.
those people. Those people going like this.
Yeah, exactly. Depressed.
You need some depressed people
Yeah.
on the homepage.
You've got something in your hair. I'm gonna get out. So.
Oh my gosh, we have to start the hot seat over. It was in my helmet, and now.
Refresh.
Just kidding. I need a haircut. Is what I need. Thanks, Cory.
You betcha.
It was so good.
You need to get out the Flubby this afternoon
The
now.
Flowbee. I do have a Flowbee actually, but I've stopped using it on my hair because I'm on the man hunt.
Are you is this a confessional?
Right,
We're on
I'm in
reality
therapy.
TV.
This is therapy. Aren't we doing therapy counseling
Yes,
right
we
now?
are.
So, new patient paperwork. Okay.
Marketing therapy.
And release of information. This is a new color palette that's been brought in, the navy blue.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't really match.
It
very
doesn't.
good.
It's not part of the palette.
I mean, if it was up here on the logo, maybe.
Sure.
But
I'd grab one of those blues for sure.
Yeah, I would definitely not be using this color here. This is my favorite flower. I would make I would either
I still
find
don't
a
get
blue.
what it has to do with counseling, though. I haven't seen any like happy people or
that's
successful people or
living life.
living life fully people.
Doing ballet. I guess people who go therapy
dancing
dance.
people.
Yeah, I agree.
If you need a model,
Yeah.
Tyler's happy to.
Tyler's happy to be happy for you.
This is what my kids
He
do.
could do all of them. He can do every emotion you need.
You need. Well, I like this purple. If this is a lotus flower, I've never seen a teal one. I'm just saying I would put some purple in my. I'm just saying though. That's me.
Sure.
Okay, links. Resources related to eating disorders. National eating disorder. Oh, she must do eating disorders.
Yeah.
Is that the first time we've really?
I thought she
about
did
that?
more about other things.
And what would we like?
She does.
If we were creating this website on her links, if we were going to do a links page, not that we would, but wouldn't we want to put links to a bunch of different stuff? Depression.
Yes. Depression she does, anxiety. Work-life balance, and I don't know what else.
Wouldn't she want to establish herself as an expert and maybe have these in a blog instead of linking outside
Where's the
to somewhere
blog?
else?
She should be creating content. Yes, look, there's no blog, you guys. That would be huge.
That would be awesome.
It would be easy to... I'm sure there's plenty for her to write
Lots of
about.
content about that.
Resources for therapists. So wait, is she good enough that other therapists come to her for resources?
I guess we should find out. Click some of those buttons.
Yeah, because you know what? Therapist tools. She should be touting that. Deep breathing exercises. She must.
Is this her website or is this somebody else?
No, it
Took
looks
you
like
to a
it's
new tab.
Yeah.
So it didn't take you, it didn't close
Therapist aid.
her website and take you out. That's good.
That's good. Yeah, at least it opened a new window is what we're referring to.
Well, so is this her website? Does she own this?
No, it looks like you can upload, like you can create stuff and put it here so other therapists could use it. But I'd be like talking about how the bomb I am that I do this and the other therapists use my stuff.
Yeah.
That's just tooting your own horn, which you got to do in this industry, especially when people
What's
are looking
DBT? I don't even know what that is.
DBT in a client's words. Let's find out. DBT self-help.
Dialectal behavior therapy.
Okay, dealing with holiday blues. Gosh, I could have used that on Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
That's a terrible looking website.
It is.
Yeah,
it looks like
It's
my
worse
old
than Craigslist.
elementary
Craigslist
school
is like the
website.
lower bar for design.
You're redefining moments, becoming who you were born to
So
If
we're
I'm
not
a therapist,
quite sure
I
what
don't
this
really
is.
want to be linked with this, just by
Yeah.
how terrible it looks.
be. Yeah, let's tell her
That's me,
not
though.
unlink
Yeah.
from
Put
that.
it on your own page.
Yeah.
Design it up.
Design your own resources. Yeah, and have it download from there.
Sure.
Don't
Yeah.
take them off your site.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even be taking them off my site.
That would
there.
either.
You could have a section of the blog dedicated
Yeah.
to therapist tools.
I think that's a great
Just
idea.
a blog category.
That you
or something.
own.
I wonder if she has
Can
any
control.
videos or YouTube channel, or should we see what other assets? We've got a website. We know she's getting found because we got found in the. Oh, see, here's what she says she does. Agoraphobia. Is that when you're afraid of people? I think I got that.
You definitely do.
Yeah, you're totally afraid of people. Woo! Yeah, I don't know what that stuff is.
Okay, yeah. We should actually go to therapy. Group therapy. That would be so fun.
That'd be really nice.
Yeah,
for
I want
us.
to see if she's got a YouTube
I want you to
channel.
look up agoraphobia. I'm gonna look at
I know,
it.
yeah.
Do it because the viewers are also.
Yeah.
You guys don't know what
I
it
know
is.
There's a few
agoraphobia
smarty pants out there that know.
I know that from school. I swear it's an extreme fear of people or something. Like you don't like to be in confined spaces.
Well, agora in I think it's in Portuguese means now. Maybe you're afraid of the present.
Now, the present.
It's an anxiety disorder characterized by anxiety in situations where the sufferer perceives certain environments as dangerous or uncomfortable.
So people. It could be bunnies.
People in the now.
Often
People
due
you're
to the
currently with.
environment's vast openness or crowdedness.
Oh, see?
I'm still not real clear on
I'm
that.
not either. Anxiety.
Yeah.
Look at here's something. She doesn't have a YouTube. Oh, I'm back in Duck Duck
Lotus
Goose.
Counseling Center, that's not her.
I-
Well, therapist in Miami's probably
Yeah,
not.
there we found that. So there's no other assets, no Facebook pages, no.
You sure?
Well, I can't find. Should we go to Facebook?
It would be
here's
weird
one.
if they weren't showing up.
Fort Worth,
Yeah,
Texas. There's
That's not her.
Texas.
Lotus Counseling. There's a ton. Look, she has a lot of competition with herself. There's
Rising
Florida,
Lotus.
the Blue Lotus, the Purple Lotus Counseling, and
Mm.
North Lotus Blossom Counseling.
Mm-hmm.
Is it because the lotus unfolds
Yeah,
so lovely?
I would have
it rises
like
above.
the Phoenix
difficulty.
from the Ashes
Oh, yeah.
Counseling
Oh.
Center.
That would be nice. Maybe we should.
Let's try this
start one.
YouTube.
Rise up from the ashes. I don't think that's it.
No,
That's not her.
she don't have
It's
a
not the
YouTube
same
channel.
Face.
Are you
Let's-
sure?
I swear, let's see Krista Carpenter. Let's see. Let's see if she has any people. Oh, her Blossom Buddies. This is one she just did recently, but that's not.
That's through.
Different.
That went
Yeah.
live today.
That went live today. We've got.
That's
Okay.
not her at the very top.
No, those are kids. Let's see. She's got someone that's her. Nope. So we need to get. She needs to get a YouTube channel, and
Let's
she needs
use
to
this
do.
M&M
YouTube.
therapy.
Yeah, YouTube.
Therapy. I like
Facebook?
M&Ms.
M&M.
Oh, different M&M.
Yeah, that's fun.
Do you think she's in Facebook?
What's this all about?
I have no idea. I think it means I'm really
I'm the
bad.
devil.
Yeah. I'm very scary.
Lotus Counseling. I guarantee she's got to have a Facebook page.
Will
Grand
you,
Junction.
where's mine? window there.
You don't want people to see that.
Viewers don't need
Janelle,
to see
hello.
my conversations.
Counseling and mental health. She does, right?
That looks like it. That looks like the
there's a
same
lotus
lotus.
flower.
Okay.
That cut flower and that flower are not jiving.
That's weird.
Yeah. Needs to have her picture. I don't see any other therapists at Lotus Counseling, do you?
I don't.
No.
This is her company.
I don't. She's got a
So it
great
needs to be
face.
about her.
She's
Talk
cute.
about face.
You should put your picture on there.
63 likes.
People will connect better with a human than a company, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Because
It's
I'm not
true, really.
I'm not going to therapy
Oh,
with
okay.
Lotus. I'm going to be going to therapy with Krista, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, these are all women stuff.
Salacious.
Where, yeah, this is very salacious.
I still don't know what that means.
Downtime. Hey, this is what I need to read.
Do I need to look that one up for
The
you?
importance of downtime.
Please.
So, she's posting regularly. Well, November, let's
Fairly.
see. December. Once a month. That's good. It's better. Okay, we have a few.
In
December
December
16th.
was an active
December
month.
was a good month.
Everyone was getting
January.
they were
What
all
is
taken
this?
care
I
of.
don't even understand pop culture's credit card she chopped up for no good reason. February,
What?
March. Look at it. I'm sure now I figured out she's probably doing something bad.
That's
Sign-
cocaine.
Oh, see, I knew it was something naughty. She has a
Why
milk mustache.
What? Why
That's
do
not a
people
milk
chop up-
mustache. No, that's not a milk mustache.
Well, I was like, why is she drinking milk and cutting up her credit cards?
Kids these days do weird stuff.
And this looks like a Barbie doll. Maybe I should start reading the titles.
Yeah.
Pop Princess Photoshop to have Disney Princess proportions. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Okay. So, the Facebook page, I definitely get different artwork so that it matches.
Yeah.
I would have on the About page, let's see.
Nothing
Like a lotus
there.
flower
Okay.
that grows out of darkness and mud. No. We
No,
need to
yeah.
talk about what we do here.
Click the page info too. and let's see
Oh,
what's in
yeah.
there.
I can optimize
Not
that
much.
description a bit,
It
right?
needs to be optimized.
It's a beautiful saying, but it's not
Doesn't
gonna
do it
show up if I'm not gonna get on there and search. I want to be like a lotus flower.
No.
I'm gonna say I need
Are you
help,
sure?
right?
Yeah, I need help. I need a therapist. You know what? This is why it's so important to optimize your social pages because they can actually rank. We didn't find her Facebook page because her short description, her
Click
about,
on that. Contact
has
us.
not
Contact
been
us.
optimized. She would want to use her keywords.
Well, at least we got that.
Yep, she's got it linked to her website. Good job. But yeah, we need to optimize all your social pages.
Let's look at the reviews tab and see what's in there.
Okay, reviews.
There's one.
Good. Like, comment. Renee Perry likes it. 5 stars. Score.
Thank you, Renee.
So, we don't need to belabor this. There's not much for us to go over more, but what would really work for Krista really well is some of these website just design elements that we've already talked about and optimization on that. But really, she needs to set herself up as an expert. We call that authority marketing. She needs some badges. She needs to show that she's been on the news. She needs to start doing press releases. She needs to be blogging about topics that she's super passionate about, whether it's if she's doing work-life balance issues, anxiety, depression, marriage counseling, eating disorders, what have you. I couldn't see anywhere her expertness.
Amen.
That would be huge. What else? YouTube.
I think you covered it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's a pretty easy case. For people that sell a service like this, it's expert positioning and marketing. I mean, she's doing good with getting her website found, but I don't know how many she's converting. Because once I click through, and that might be something that would really even help you guys if we could show you the difference and we can see what her competition's doing. Let's go back to Counselor Grand Junction.
Remember, you're going to be on the...
Duck Duck Goose.
Yeah.
Duck Duck Go. Google. Like a little kid. My kids and I play Duck Duck Goose. Okay. Counselor. Grand Junction. Gosh, if I could type. Okay, let's see. Let's just pick. What if you went to Associates in Behavioral Counseling? Okay. There's
I
what
like their
Tyler's
website
talking
a little bit
about.
better.
Well, because you see happy people,
Mhm.
right?
I can be like that too.
Ah.
She's smiling.
Look how
Counseling
obvious
worked
who their
for
target
me.
is, right?
Counseling worked for me, and she, right here I know exactly what they do: adult, child, and family, couples, substance abuse, parenting lessons, evaluations. Really quick here. I mean, this isn't by all
It's
means.
not gorgeous.
No,
The
right?
website.
No.
This is not
We could-
ideal, but it's
We can still say
Services.
Lotus
Leaps and
Counseling at a whole
bounds.
new level.
Yeah, look,
Yeah,
we can meet
love
the
this.
therapists here. We can see their...
we'll
Okay,
go
okay.
back to
Yep.
that. Broken image. Click on some of those names.
Mhm.
Okay, Bruce A. Bishop.
Broken image does not play out well.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
No.
But that's a nice
But this
big
is
old
what-
resume on that guy.
And look what Tyler was saying. Even this has been broken up a little bit
Yeah,
with...
So I can read what I want to.
Mhm.
be nice to see it on the page though, instead
Yep.
of in a pop-up.
He looks like he's busy. Because you can only be limited availability.
Oh,
I would just pretend
busy.
I was busy. Because
Oh,
then it
for
makes
sure.
you look like all of a sudden I'm
Yeah.
like, I want this guy.
Yeah.
Not
better
even...
book him.
That's
Yeah.
a good tactic.
Gosh, he's scarce.
He's probably not
Mhm.
doing anything.
And look at these credentials after their names. I'm like thinking, oh, PhD, he's smart. All of a sudden, I buy into stuff like
Doctor.
that. That's authority
Dr.
marketing.
Bruce Bishop.
hmm
Mhm.
And even when I saw all his publications,
This guy knows what he's talking about.
yeah, and look at their resumes. We definitely want to start seeing that. I think that even any of you watching this right now, I hope you're getting, look at what your competition's doing. Do you look better than them? Because you should. Because people are going to shop you, especially for this. And remember what they say about therapists? When I was going through a divorce, it was like, hey, it's like trying on a pair of pants. You got to find the right fit. And ladies, trust, how hard it is to find a good pair of jeans. And when you find a good pair, you buy like 5, right?
Is that only a woman problem?
Do you guys have jean problems?
Totally.
Oh, yeah. I like my jeans to fit.
Yeah. Okay, so it's a problem. So you want your therapist to fit, I'm guessing. So,
Let's go
yeah.
look at a different one.
Okay, good idea. I'm giving you guys therapist advice because I had to get a therapist once and it was a painful process.
What was that?
Okay, yeah.
How many did you go through?
I went through like 3.
Keep going backwards or just go.
Yeah. And it's hard when you're trying to do couples counseling because, you may like the fit and your
Oh,
spouse
gee
might be
whiz.
like, no, I don't like so.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have no advice on this
Pathway
one.
to peace.
Your pathway to peace? Oh, arm
Messaging
wrestling.
still needs a little work on this one.
These look like they work with children is what I'm getting. Just and geriatrics.
But at least their people are happy.
Yeah.
They're happy
Smiling.
Yeah.
Oh, look, it looks like families. I'm getting like this is a relationships about us.
So
None
it would
of
be
these-
nice if these sliders had
Yeah.
Some text, some
right.
context.
Family counseling.
Yeah.
people. Yeah.
Drug
Let
addiction.
us know what you do. Yeah. Because still, I'm going to have to go here to specialties. Oh, look, marriage.
There you go.
All of these sliders, like Cory was saying, could have highlighted that.
So, copyright 2010, but notice
Oh,
she's going to be on
still
maternity leave in 2012.
Okay.
So
So this
clearly
is a
this
bit
website is
neglected.
getting ignored.
Oh, definitely. They're probably out of business. No one needs therapy. We can fix ourselves. And the Christian Counseling
That's
Center.
just a Google Plus page.
Oh.
Whoa,
It's
it
not
hasn't
even
even been
set up.
optimized. Krista, you can be
She's
killing
gonna
your
own
competition.
this.
Yeah.
Own this market.
Do you know
Krista.
what's really exciting? And I like to tell our hot seat peeps that are watching,
Mm-hmm.
we're building Krista a new website and a whole new branding package, and we're getting her set up to really dominate our market because she really is a very talented therapist and she does a lot of awesome work with Skype clients all over the world. So we'll be really excited to show you before and after what we do with Krista. So anyhow, maybe you'll have to stay tuned. We've
Yeah.
got a bunch of other former hot seats that we probably should feature soon.
Mm-hmm.
Their new stuff that we've done for them.
That'd be cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this
We'll do
is,
This looks like a photographer's website.
yeah, but there's nothing else here besides that. Let's go to
I do photography.
and July 6, 2004.
Some people do therapy through photography.
Photographic therapy.
Photo-
I would.
Yeah.
Why not?
Oh, you guys
Take
are
pictures
fun.
of the things that make you happy.
And then look at them when you're sad.
There you go. At least there's a phone number.
That would be $5,000.
This really does look like a
Thank you.
photographer's
See you next
website.
week.
today.
Oh, we just really,
Okie dokie.
we need therapy.
Yeah.
Hey, maybe we'll see you at your next therapy session. We'll come out of the office. That was always the most awkward part when my ex and I would be leaving. He was my husband at the time. You'd see the next couple like waiting. You'd be like, "Yeah, we have a sucky marriage."
True confessions.
Anyhow, well, thanks for watching this episode of The Hot Seat. We would love to light up your pants business
On fire.
next week, month. And that's all. How do we sign off? I forgot our sign off. We don't do these often enough. See you on the
See ya
outside.
out
See
there.
y'all on the flip side. Yo.
Ciao.
Later.
Score. That was our best episode ever.
I'm going to leave that in now.